And so we've really seen kind of that maturity, and we've seen him kind of take on that leadership responsibility that a quarterback has to have on any football team. And that was kind of one of the things talking to him after the game. He said, we made some mistakes, but you better believe we're going to come back to work Monday. We're going to be ready to go, and we're going to fix those things, and we're going to get better. So, really impressive to see in a junior taking on a big responsibility and a leadership role for this Leopard team.
One of the things, 117 QBR rating last week, so you're seeing his growth. His QBR ratings have steadily gone up throughout the season. 7 rushing TDs, 14 total, so 7 passing as well. And I love the way that Coach Hoffman has designed this offense to work to his strengths with the bootlegs and the things to get him out in space. He can pull the ball. That puts so much stress on the defense to cover him the width of the field. And then also he's shown his beautiful arm that he can get it downfield.
Puts his foot into it, kind of squibs it down the middle of the field. It's going to be picked up by Cooper Valley. He's going to run out over the right side to about the 26-yard line, where Troy will take over. And Cody, you kind of mentioned in the break that really special teams has played a huge part in the first half of this ball game, with Troy returning the kickoff, the opening kickoff for a touchdown, then getting the onside kick. Lorena comes back on the missed field goal return, and then they muff the punt. Troy takes advantage and scores, and all said and done, we're tied up at 14 here in the second quarter.
Oh, exactly. It's just amazing how we've had all that activity here in the first half on special teams. But I don't recall a game where we've had this many key plays happen on special teams.
First down for the Trojans. Sorensen hands the ball off. Believe that was 28, Caden Martinez. Gain of about 2 on first down. Now we're starting to see that running back by committee. Caden Martinez in the game. We've seen Cooper Valley back there. Number 21, Tristan Almanza has gotten the bulk of the carries. We've also seen Gage Richardson and Andrew Mitchell with carries. Second down is going to be a handoff to Corey Gibson. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Great job by Carter Norman getting through there for the big stop. Seth DeVerner in there as well. He's going to be pushed back all the way to the 26-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Troy. Leopard defense finally starting to establish themselves and take control of that line of scrimmage. So 6:20 and counting, clock running, score tied at 14 between Lorena and Troy. Sorensen back, he's going to roll to his right. Pressured by Taverner, and a great play by Kason Taylor as he comes to knock the ball out of bounds. So Reed Ketchum was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 4th down in a punting situation for Troy. So a 3 and out for this Leopard defense, Cody, and they're able to get off the field once again.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is big for Lorena if they can get themselves the touchdown, because they will get the ball back to start the second half. So big drive for Lorena coming up.
High snap, handled well. Big punt through the air. It's going to be fair caught by Kason Taylor at about the Lorena 36-yard line. So big punt by Reed Ketchum. Ketchum did a good job to handle that high snap, and then kicks it down where it's fair caught by Kason Taylor at the Lorena 36-yard line, where the Leopards will take over. 6:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Game all tied up at 14. Jackson General's back out with Braylon Henry at running back. You've got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snaps back, carried to Braylon Henry over the left side, out to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, and pushed out of bounds by Hagan Welch, but a phenomenal job by Braylon Henry going over the left side, going from his own 36 all the way down deep into Troy territory down to the 19.
It's a 45-yard run.
45-yard gain. and into the on the road again RV Repair red zone.
The 44-yard run.
Snaps back to Jackson Generals. Working quickly. Fade route to the end zone. Intended for Caden Robertson is going to be intercepted by number 7, Hagan Welch. Welch fighting Caden Roberts all the way. Got inside position. Ball a little underthrown. And Welch comes up with the big interception for Troy. And it'll come out. It'll come all the way back out to the 20-yard line. It's second turnover for Lorena in this first half. So the Leopards can't get out of their own way right now. So Troy comes back out, ball at their own 20-yard line after the touchback. The Hagan Welch interception. Sorensen under center. Ketchum goes in motion. Handoff will be to Gage Richardson over that right side, kind of that veer play. Fakes the handoff one way, gives it to Richardson. And he picks up a big gain of 5 on first down. Again, with this wing T offense, you've got usually 1 or 2 players in motion. One in motion before the ball snap, and the guy's kind of going every which way. So a 5-yard gain for Richardson on first down. Second and 5 from the Troy 25. Sorensen hands it off to Corey Gibson. He's going to be stopped for no gain. He just kind of straight. Gibson was lined up straight behind Ethan Sorensen, so straight handoff, and Leopard defensive line doing a good job to stop him for a minimal gain. So to bring up a third and call it a long 4 from their own 26-yard line. Jackson Blackwell, Carter Norman, among others on the stop for the Leopards. Sorensen under center, Ketchup in motion, as we've seen a lot tonight. It's going to be a quick hitter, but Cameron Elston smells it out. Stops him for no gain. Great job by Elston playing defensive end as he stops Cooper Valley for no gain on third down. The Leopard defense comes up big again. Cody, they had a lot of success with that earlier in the ballgame going over the right side. But now Lorena smells it out on the left side, so Lorena's going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, Lorena defense is starting to tighten up as we get closer to halftime. I'm thinking back at that previous Lorena drive. It's just a big momentum gainer with that 45-yard run, and then with the interception. But Lorena does have a chance to redeem themselves here as we close out the first half, and maybe they can look to take the lead and then get the ball back to start the second half.
Definitely, I think again important to field the punt here, and hopefully don't get fooled on a fake punt. Or I mean, we've seen Troy try everything seemingly in this first half, but field the punt and then put together a solid drive, try to go in and score before halftime. Ketchum gets the snap back, gets his foot into it. Good punt. Only Casey Taylor only one back that time. Ball's going to bounce at about the 34-yard line, take a Leopard bounce back to the 35, and that's where Lorena will take over on first down. 4:04 left to go here in the first half. Game all knotted up at 14.
39-yard punt.
I think that's good on any night, but especially when it's cold and wet, to kind of flip the field, make the Leopards go 65 yards. Leopards with 2 timeouts. Troy with 2 timeouts as well. Jackson Generals back out. Casey Taylor in the backfield. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snaps back. Casey Taylor with the carry over the right side, out to the 40, 45. And out, pushed out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, but not before he picks up a big Jessup Automotive first down. Gain of 12 on first down. So Leopards having a lot of success with the ground game between Braylon Henry, Jackson Generals, and Case and Taylor. So Caden Roberts and Colin Hill over here to the left. Jaden Porter to the right. Snaps back. Gives to Taylor again over the right side. Big hole to the right side down to the 40. 35. He's going to be dragged down at about the 26-yard line. And another big Jessup Automotive first down.
27-yard run.
Leverage picking up big gains in bunches. Clock at 3:25 and rolling. Jaden Porter comes in motion. Jackson Generals fakes the jet sweep. He's going to be stopped for next to no gain. Good job by Andrew Mitchell to stop him for no gain on first down. That'll bring up second down and 10 for the Leopards. Snaps back to Generals, hands it off to Casey Taylor, goes around the right side. Big gain of about 7 on second down. Takes it inside the 20, down to the 19. Leopards will have a 3rd and 3 from the 19. Again, clock rolling, 2:28 and change. Game tied at 14 between Troy and Lorena. Snaps back to Jackson Generals. Hands it off to Casey Taylor. Get over that right side. Following his blockers. Sweeps out the right side. Breaks a tackle. And he's down inside the 5 all the way down to the 3-yard line. Big pickup from Casey Taylor and a Jessup Automotive first down. He kind of went around that right side as all the Leopard offensive linemen, Tyler Walkendorf, Jackson Blackwell, Carter Norman, among others. And then Taylor just kind of squirted around the right side and came out the other end. 1st and goal for the Leopards.
Gain of 16 yards there on that run.
Snaps back. It's going to be tossed to Jaden Porter. That should be an incomplete pass. Yeah, the official's going to call it as Generals kind of tossed it forward to Porter. And it kind of just hit him and dropped straight down. I'm not sure if he was expecting Generals to hand that to him or if he's going to take it on a little shuffle pass. But nonetheless, falls to the turf harmlessly, incomplete. And the Leopards will face 2nd and goal from the 3. Leopards really need to put the ball in the end zone here before halftime. So we'll see Caden Roberts and Colin Hill on the left, Jaden Porter to the right. Jackson Generals, Casey Taylor in the backfield. Brock Cool at the tight end. Hand off to Taylor around the left side. He's going to be met by a pack of Trojans led by Corey Gibson. Maybe a gain of 1. Going to call it actually no gain on the play, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line.
9th play of the drive.
9th play of the drive. Leopards picking up yards in bunches, but now can't get it 3 yards for the touchdown. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Casey Taylor to the left of Jackson Generals. Hands off to Taylor to the right. Nowhere to really go, and he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 2-yard line by Reed Ketchum and Peyton Crawford. And now the Leopards with an interesting decision. 4th and goal from the 2. Looks like the offense is staying on the field. Interesting call with a short chip shot field goal. Coach Ray Biles is going to leave his offense out on the field. Trust his crew to put the ball in the end zone. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jaden Porter comes in motion. Going to give it to him on the jet sweep. He's going to come around the left side. Great block from Caden Roberts, and he goes into the end zone. Still waiting on a call. It is a touchdown for the Leopards. Okay, we're waiting on a signal from that near side official. He does signal touchdown. Ball, I guess, came out after Porter had crossed the line. But he's in for the Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown, and Lorena takes the lead. 20-14, 1:07 left to go here in the second quarter.
You know, for a minute there, I was thinking that Lorena may have been trying to get Troy to jump off sides so they can get that first down. I think it was, 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, and they still could have got the first down without getting the touchdown.
Yeah, Connor Pewitt puts the extra point through, and the Leopards increase their lead 21-14.
10 plays, 65 yards.
And I think that's what you want to see from the Leopards, is to kind of go on a sustained drive. Again, you said 10 plays, 65 yards, Cody, and in for the touchdown. The most important thing, only 1:07 left to go in the first half, and Leopards are going to get the ball first coming out. So a lot of times, that's one of the things we've seen kind of all year with Coach Biles is if he knows he's going to get the ball first in the second half, try to run as long a keep the ball as much as possible at the end of the second quarter to kind of you get 2 for 1 there. You can score and then get the ball first coming out.
I really think Lorena was in a win-win situation there. Had they not got the touchdown there and Troy got the ball, they would have got about a minute left to go in the half, backed up 9 yards needed to go for a touchdown. So that would have been a pretty tall task, towards the end of the half due to the only having a minute left to go on the clock.
And I think that probably played into why they went for it as opposed to kicking the field goal is Troy with a primarily running team have to go 99 yards to score. So Connor Pewitt with the ball on the tee, 1:07 left to go here in the first half. Leopards now up 21-14 on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler scoreboard. Pewitt puts his foot into the Bankston's kick, drives it deep all the way back to the 10-yard line. Valley gets it on the reverse to catch him. And a great play by Colin Hill as he comes up and makes the tackle. Leopards not fooled on the reverse this time. Colin Hill comes up and makes the big hit. And Troy will take over at their own 15-yard line, and that's kind of what we needed to see from this Leopards kickoff team is to stop Troy deep in their own territory. 1:01 left to go in the second quarter, and Troy needing to go 85 yards. Troy still does have 2 timeouts, should they need to use them, but it kind of got to expect them to put the ball in the air here in the second quarter. Ethan Sorensen under center. 1 running back behind him. It's going to be a quick hitter to 1 man through. And it looks like Troy was going to call their second timeout. That was Corey Gibson on the carry. Troy will call timeout.
We have a flag on the field.
There was a flag on the play. Correction. Illegal formation
On the line of scrimmage.
for the Trojans. That'll back them up 5 yards. So my correction is not a timeout by Troy. The illegal formation call will back Troy up 5 yards. Back to their own 10-yard line. They'll face a 1st and 15. 54 seconds left to go here in the first half. Leopards up 21-14 on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler scoreboard.
Ball now on the 10-yard line, making it 1st and 15 for the Trojans.
So 2 receivers to the left. Sorensen spins out. It's going to hand it to the second man through. It's going to be stopped for about a gain of 3 on first down. I believe that was number 18, Gage Richardson, on the carry. And I think the Trojans are going to be content to kind of let this clock run out on the first half. Clock's at 20 seconds, play clock at 24, so they don't have to snap it again. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do, is they're going to let it go to halftime. Leopards up 21-14. All right, well, the horn sounds at the end of the first half. Your Leopards are up 21-14. We'll take a commercial break and come right back. This is the Syntex Pawn broadcast of Lorena Leopards football.
Here come the Leopards.
21-14. Welcome back into the Syntex Pawn broadcast of Lorena Leopard football. Leopards are out of the tunnel. A little more than a minute left on the halftime clock as the home side Troy Trojan fans await their mighty football team to come out of their inflatable. Actually, one of the cooler inflatables with that Trojan over the tunnel. We hear the familiar Trojan train horn. As Troy makes its way back out onto the field for the second half of this game. Cody, you noted at halftime that the Leopards with over 190 yards rushing, but really Troy dominated in time of possession, over 15 minutes of possession in that first half. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they approach the second half, both Lorena and Troy. Lorena set to get the ball first, but as we saw in the first half, the onside kick caught him flat-footed a little bit. So definitely want to see this Lorena team on their toes as they come out to start the second half.
Exactly. With the differential only being 7 points, it's hard to believe that Lorena is outpacing Troy 2-1 on offensive yards. But that kind of speaks to Troy getting the short fields on their scoring drives. But by way of the interesting plays on special teams. But I think we're set up for an exciting second half.
Saw a couple of scores over halftime. Franklin all over Cameron, 35-0, which did not expect to see that. But Franklin all over Cameron, 35-0. And then Rockdale was holding a slight lead over Academy, 21-19. So Troy with a quick kickoff, didn't even line up in a formation, kick it over the head of, believe that was Colin Hill and Austin Evans back to receive for the Leopards. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Leopards will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I want to say congratulations to Rebecca Warren. Rebecca had the program that had a signature on the Troy Lumberyard.
So it'll be Jackson Generals back out at quarterback for Lorena. Braylon Henry will be to his left. There'll be 2 receivers to their left. Looks like Colin Hill and Caleb Carrizales. 1 receiver to the right, Jaden Porter. Snaps back, handoff to Braylon Henry over the right side. They're behind Carter Norman and others. And it'll be about a gain of 4 on 1st down. Carter Norman, Tyler Walkendorf on the right side of that Leopards offensive line. Wyatt Jones at center. Looks like got Jackson Blackwell and Gage Ashley on the left side. So 2nd and about 7. Snap back to Jackson Generals, runs an option to the left, keeps it, turns back up to the middle of the field, and he'll cross the 30-yard line out to about the 33 for another gain of about 4, and it'll be 3rd and call it a long 2, short 3. As the Leopards look to start this second half off with a scoring drive. So 3rd and call it a long 2. Jackson General's back. Braylon Henry to his left. Henry takes the ball over the right side. Big gain out to the 40, 45-50. Braylon breaks the tackle down to the 40, 35-30. 1 man to beat. And Hagan Welch makes the touchdown-saving tackle on Lorena's Braylon Henry, but not before a huge gain and a Jesse Britt Automotive 1st down all the way down inside the Troy 25-yard line down to the 23.
That's a 44-yard run.
Huge 44-yard run for Lorena's Braylon Henry. Casey Taylor now in the backfield for the Leopards. 2 receivers to the left, Carrizales and Jaden Porter. 1 receiver to the right is Colin Hill. Snap back to Generals. He hands it off to Taylor on the left side. Taylor through a big hole, 10-5, and into the end zone for a huge Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown. Great job by Casey Taylor following his blockers behind Jackson Blackwell. Tyler Walkendorf pulling through, and the Leopards increased their lead 27-14 with 10:31 left on the clock.
4 plays, 80 yards.
4 plays, I guess 75 yards. They start at the 25, and the last coming on the touchdown run by Casey Taylor. Snaps down, kick is up and through from Connor Pewitt, and the Leopards extend their lead to 28-14. 10:31 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a commercial break and come right back. This is the Syntex Pawn broadcast of Lorena Leopards football.
My 15 years of experience in the industry and a personality that brings bold ideas to the table.
And my skills working with people in the community and being able to wrangle all of his bold ideas.
We've decided to take this leap of faith and launch what we hope will not just be a roofing company,
but a way to serve our community by building amazing relationships that will grow beyond the projects,
building relationships,
serving people,
delivering results.
We are Austin and Aaron Montgomery.
And this is The Roof Co.
Welcome back into the Syntex Pawn broadcast of Lorena Leopards football. Leopards go 75 yards in 4 plays, highlighted by the Casey Taylor touchdown run to increase their lead 28-14. 10:31 left on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler scoreboard. Jackson General struggling to throw the ball through the air tonight, only 1 of 7 in the first half, so Leopards going to the ground game seems to be working.
Connor Pewitt stepping off his steps now, ready to kick this thing back into that breeze tonight. Driving kick left side, going to bounce around the 15-yard line, picked up on a hop. Colin Hill down there and hammers him to the turf inside the 20-yard line. Big stop there by that Leopard.
David, Colin Hill is quietly having his best game of the season tonight, both in the defensive backfield and also on special teams. 2 huge tackles on kickoffs after the Leopards gave up a kickoff return for a touchdown and then an onside kick. Hill has responded well for this Leopard special teams.
So, Jared, shocking events there going on with Franklin and Cameron. What do you make of that?
Well, Franklin's like a train. It gets rolling and you just can't stop it.
Boy, that's the truth. We saw that, although we managed to stop it a little bit last week. Here's a pitch on first down, getting to the corner. Gets around Austin Evans, out to the side, gets a first down, out of bounds across the 30 up to the 33.
I'll tell you what, David, you don't see Austin Evans get out run very often, but Corey Gibson just kind of did that little stutter step like he was going to cut back up, and it was enough to get Evans kind of out of his rhythm. And he picks up a big gain on first down, and the Trojans really need to kind of go down and score to try to get back in this ball game.
Here come the Trojans out of that huddle. The huddle close to the ball, kind of like Franklin does. They'll quickly come to the line of scrimmage and get it snapped. Keeping it on the ground again, looking for room up the middle. Finds a seam up near the 40. They'll spot him at the 39. Jackson Blackwell having a conversation there late with a Trojan.
Did you see what he did to that young man?
Yes.
That is a strong human being.
It is a strong human being. Second down and about 5 now. They need the 43, so let's call it 4 actually. Leopards up 28-14, 9:45 left here in the third quarter. Leopards trying to finish out district in style here on the road, just south of Lorena, about 10 or 15 miles. Here's a handoff, hit in the backfield. Blackwell's and some others was there to get a big stop. Braylon Henry there early as well.
Yeah, David, that was Gage Richardson, and Troy's had some success kind of on that second man through where he fakes the lead and comes back on that counter. But Jackson Blackwell, Braylon Henry not fooled on that. Henry comes up, makes the big hit for no gain, bring up 3rd down and 5 for Troy.
Blackwell's in there. Cutshaw on the right side. He's going to roll away from him, thrown out in the flat, caught across the 40, first down Trojans. Hit to the ground by Kason Taylor up near the 47.
David, that's a good play call for Troy on 3rd down as they got Sorensen out rolling to the right, and he hits his man for the first down.
Not before the Trojans on the 9-yard run pick up the first down. First and 10, Troy.
This cool evening here in Central Texas on a day we saw probably the most rain we've gotten in many weeks for sure. A nice cool breeze here, kind of drying things out as we go on. Thought we might have some rain later in the game. Nothing has come about of that yet. Here's a handoff right up the middle, quickly through the line of scrimmage into Leopard territory, down to the 47.
Cooper Valley carries for Troy into Lorena territory.
So if you're joining us late, Trojans got out to a really quick start and an 88-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, followed up by an onside kick that was recovered. They drove down, got deep into Lorena territory, but missed on a field goal. And since then, it's been a back-and-forth affair that has Leopards up 28-14 here in the third quarter. Here's the pitch wide. Gets the outside, near the sticks, looks close to a first down. You're going to spot him just short, I believe, of the sticks, Jerry. They're bringing up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, this Leopard defense I think they were kind of shell-shocked at the start of the game. They've really responded well, controlling the line of scrimmage. forced Troy into some 3 and outs early on, or early in that second quarter, and were able to respond by running the football. Braylon Henry, Casey Taylor, both having great games tonight, running the ball for the Leopards.
Here come the Trojans quickly out of the huddle. 3rd down and 1. They'll snap it quickly, pitch it in the backfield, trying to get wide. Corey Gibson across the 40. He'll have a first down inside the 40 down to the 36. Trojans on the move.
Yeah, David, and you see we're going to have a late flag. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure somebody said something, and another flag as well. So 2 flags thrown. I've got to think at least one of these is going to be on Lorena. And it's got to be frustrating from a defensive perspective. Troy gets to the line so quickly, and the Leopards can't get their defensive keys on where they're supposed to line up. And then Troy snaps it quickly. So saw the first flag come out kind of between some Troy players and Lorena players, and a second flag thrown kind of in the Lorena defensive backfield where there were nothing but Leopards around. So officials are going to discuss it. But we'll see. So we got a dead ball. Been sportsmanlike conduct against Lorena. And then another dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Leopards. So this may end up being 30 yards of penalties, David.
Well, you know, one of your keys, Jared, was no penalties, fewer penalties at least. And
yeah, really outside of this, Leopards have played pretty good. The pre-snap penalties have been, for the most part, eliminated, and done a much better job. Really, the only penalty was the pass interference in the first half. So yeah, this is going to be the first one was a 15-yard penalty, and the second one will be half the distance to the goal. So this is going to go all the way down to the Lorena 11-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Troy. So I'm sure one of the things that Coach Biles will have to say after the game is, the Leopards have to find a way to not get caught up in that extracurricular stuff and find a way to get around that. So nonetheless, Troy's going to take over 1st and 10 at the Lorena 11.
So 1st and 10 from the 11 inside the on the road again, RV Repair red zone. Handoff, coming right side, putting his shoulder down, bowling his way down to the 3-yard line. He's 2nd and goal to go. They can get another first down at the 1.
I think is that 28, Caden Martinez. And again, we've kind of seen that running back by committee tonight. Martinez, Gage Richardson, Andrew Mitchell, Cooper Valley, and Tristan Almanza all getting the ball for Troy.
Second and goal to go. Trojans trying to punch their way back into this one. They lower their shoulder and be turned back by Joseph Irie and a host of others near the goal line. Looks like it'll be enough for a first down, though. And now we have another flag, and things just plain ugly right now.
Yeah, we'll see Connor Pewitt. He was in on the tackle, so I think he's just trying to play peacemaker. Somebody's down flat on their stomach. That's Jackson Blackwell. And, David, we kind of saw this last week.
Well, and real quick here, Jared, it'll be interesting to see who this goes against, because this could be in a thing where it moves them well away from the goal line. Or
I think this has got – I mean, Jackson Blackwell was flat on his stomach with a Troy offensive lineman on top of him when the flag got thrown.
That could be a pretty big play if it did move him back 15 on personal foul. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe it'll be one of those offset varieties. Personal foul against Troy. Let's see if it goes both ways or not. It does. Those, of course, will offset, so thanks for nothing.
So we'll just replay the – well, if it's dead ball, then I guess it just stays there and the down should count. So it should be –
1st and goal to go.
Yeah, so that was enough for a first down.
There's nothing else open on there, is there, as far as you know? Here come the Trojans out of the huddle. It was a really tough assignment to stop them 1st and goal from the 1, for sure.
Officials still talking it over a little bit.
11th play of the drive.
11th play of the drive. Wow. Well, I guess they had all those. Thank you, Cody. The first part of the drive, a lot of third downs, and so a long way to get down there. So 1st and goal for the Trojans.
Here's a handoff up inside. Looked like he was in. The official's going to stop him short, I believe.
Wow.
You know, the initial surge, Jared, did look like he was turned back, and then there was a second surge. Looked like he ended up in the end zone, but officials are going to stop him short. Bring up 2nd down and goal to go from the 1.
This would be a great time for the patented Coach Snodgrass defensive line shift.
There you
back him
go.
up 5 yards, put him in a little more precarious position.
Second and goal to go. Quarterback sneak right up the middle.
Yeah, Sorensen dove across. I mean, he's clearly
Haven't yet to
in
see
the
a
end zone,
signal
yeah.
yet, and now we finally do have one from the far side official. And the Trojans are back on the board, and they'll pull within 8 with the extra point pending. See if they decide to go for 1 or 2. I'm sure at this point in the game you'd think you go for 1. Kicker is out there lining up.
a long drive for Troy. 5:29 left on the clock.
Quick penetration, but couldn't quite get there in time, and the kick is up through the fork, and it's good. We'll head to a break. Leopards still up 28-21, 5:29 remaining in the 3rd. Back with more after this.
12
I've been
plays.
shopping at Bankston's for about 6 years. I like to go to Bankston's because it's a good time for me and my son to bond together.
Everyone who works at Bankston's is very knowledgeable in comic books or sports or video games, and that's really important, is just getting to go there and talk to people and they know what they're talking about.
I like to shop at Bankston's because I like collecting football cards and they have everything that I like.
It's a really unique place around here. There's not many other places like it.
Welcome back into Trojan Stadium. David Gibson, Jared Brown. Let's throw it over to Cody Kellner for a quick Logan Thomas drive summary update.
All right, David. So that last drive by Troy was 12 plays, 81 yards, 5 minutes, 2 seconds. Capped by the quarterback sneak by Tyler McKenzie from 1 yard out.
And the Trojans pull within 7 there, 28-21. Leopards with a chance. And, you know, Jared, early on in this game, the Trojans were throwing caution to the wind, pulling out all their bags of tricks. Be interesting to see if they kick this one away or if they've got more in that bag. We'll see. Certainly playing with nothing to lose here tonight.
Obviously only down a touchdown now. Still plenty of time left in this football game. I think you want to try to kick it to Lorena.
You would think so, right?
Play good defense, try to get the ball back.
Here's the kick. Drives it downfield over the head of Colin Hill into the end zone, and the Leopards will take over at their 25-yard line. Jackson Generals and the gang will come on back out here and see if we can't cover up that last score by the Trojans.
Yeah, I think right now you're going to – some decisions. I mean, you want to kind of work on some things, David, but at the same time you want to try to win the football game as well. So Leopards have had a lot of success running the football tonight. Well over 200 yards on the ground.
Braylon Henry comes out in the backfield.
At the 25-yard line, first down and 10 for Lorena.
They're going to give it to Braylon. He's looking for room. He'll put his shoulder down and sling himself forward up near the 29-yard line. Give him 4 on first down.
Yeah, really good effort by Henry there as he was kind of stopped for almost nothing and then lunged forward to pick up 4 on first down.
Pick up of 4 yards, second down and 6 for the Leopards. Dakota Layton on the tackle for Troy.
Generals play action, rolling right. Pulls it down, throws, cuts Porter across the middle. Porter, stop and go across the 50 down into Trojan territory at the 49.
Great job, David, there by Jackson Generals. He thought about tucking and running it for a little bit, but stopped right before the line of scrimmage and fired the ball to Jaden Porter for his first catch of the night. He picks up a big Jesse Britt Automotive first down all the way into Troy territory.
Reed Ketchum on the stop for Troy.
Fake again, thrown out in the flat, caught. Outside the 45, down to the 43. The Carrizales over there?
Yeah, Caleb Carrizales with the catch, and really a good job kind of picking it up off his shoe tops. Then gets upfield quickly for a gain of 7 on first down. So Leopards having some success throwing the ball now after struggling in the first half.
Henry sets up right and behind Generals. They'll give it to him, looking for room. Nice surge by the Leopards offensive line. Henry is going to be knocked down just at the stick. And the official says first down, Leopards. A big Jesse Britt Automotive first down at the 39.
A 4-yard gain for Lorena and a first down. Dakota Layton also assisted with the tackle.
Kaysen Taylor back in there, lined up next to Generals. They'll give it to Kaysen. He's coming left. Split some defenders inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line. Nice run by Kaysen.
Yeah, David, really good job by Kaysen Taylor and Braylon Henry, both kind of acting as a 1-2 punch, or really a 1-1 punch for the Leopards tonight. And I think that's kind of what we've wanted to see all year is very similar to last year with Reed Mickna and Red Hansen. Now you've got Taylor and Henry.
Kaysen remains in there. They'll give it to him. Pressure by the defense. Kaysen slips out of a tackle, trying to get upfield and get something back there. Nice job of running by Kaysen as Troy had moved the line of scrimmage about 3 or 4 yards into the backfield. And but they're going to lose a bunch there, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, David, I think it's going to go down as about a loss of 3, but really could have been about a loss of 6 or 7. But Taylor with a great individual effort to break through some tackles and try to get as much as he could before going down. That's up about a 3rd and 5 for the Leopards.
Colin Hill, Porter, and Carrizales from the bottom of your screen. Up. Generals wants to throw. Running left, slings it downfield across the field. Caught in the middle of the field by Colin Hill. Slips the tackle. Stays on his feet down near the 5-yard line. First and goal to go in the red zone for the Leopards.
And David, I don't know if we'll try to get a look at the CF Supply replay on that, but Colin Hill ended up getting engaged with his defender, kind of pushed off, and then got open for the big catch and the big Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
Leopards moving quickly now, ready to go already. Kaysen Taylor in the backfield. Here comes pressure left side. Quick pitch to Taylor at the 5. He'll walk into the end zone. There's a flag down at the 3. It looks like it'll probably be a hold. What a weird situation, Jed. I thought for sure that it left end was in the backfield early, and there was no flag there.
Yeah, very interesting sequence, David, as I don't know if his linebacker or safety came across the line well early, no offside call, and then almost like an option that Jackson Generals pitched early to Kaysen Taylor, who could have walked in the end zone. But
and credit Jackson for having the heads up to get rid of the ball that quickly. That was a touch pitch, if you will. But nevertheless, it's going to drive the Leopards backwards. They're going to have the ball at their 15-yard line now. First and goal to go from the 15. Clock at 2:03 here in the third. Kaysen Taylor lined up right. Tight bunch formation on the right-hand side. Taylor stays in the block. Jackson down towards the end zone. Knocked away, nearly intercepted. Was intended for Porter, I believe, in the right front corner. Incomplete. Second down and goal.
Good job by Porter kind of going from wide receiver to defensive back in one motion as the ball a little underthrown. I think Porter was kind of going to that back pylon in the corner. Ball a little underthrown. He comes back, makes a good play to keep the Troy defender from intercepting it. So we go to second and goal from the 15.
9th play of the drive coming up.
Second and goal to go. Pressure again. Generals flings it out quickly to Porter. Gets some blocks. Cuts up. Now tries to break it outside. He'll be tackled inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Pickup of about 7 or 8 on that play. Bring up third and goal to go.
Yeah, interesting to see, David, after the Leopards ran the ball almost extensively in the first half, coming out throwing here in the second half and having a lot of success.
Okay.
Took a while to get the ball spotted. It was kind of bouncing around, but be third and goal from the 8.
Colin Hill, Carrizales, and Porter there on the top of your screen in that bunch formation. They hand it off to Taylor. Slicing left. Taylor at the 5. Touchdown, Leopards.
David, great job there by Kason Taylor. Just, kind of going away from the strong side of the field with the 3 receivers to the right, come back to the left, and just a good job of that Leopard offensive line sealing that edge. And Kason Taylor walks in for the Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown.
Big answer that for the Leopards as they cover up the score of the Trojans and regain that lead. Connor Pewitt, on to kick the extra point. Snap back, kick on the way is good. And the Leopards put that 14 mark back up there. The margin on the board, 1:10 left in the third. We'll come back on the other side with more Leopards football on the Syntex Pond broadcast.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Welcome back into Trojan Stadium. Your Leopards have just marched downfield to cover up the most recent Trojan score. 35-21 is our current score. Let's throw it over to Cody Kellner for our Logan Thomas drive summary.
All right, David. So that last scoring drive by Lorena was 10 plays, 74 yards, 4 minutes, 19 seconds, capped off with a 8-yard run by Kason Taylor.
That's your Logan Thomas, Texas Farm Bureau agent drive summary. You can call Logan Thomas at 254-733-6093 for a free auto, home, or life insurance quote today. See if the Leopards can't throw up a TFNB Your Bank for Life defensive stop here. Driving kick left. Caught on a short hop at the 10. Cooper Valley looking for room in the middle. Colin Hill says, "How are you doing tonight?" and drives him backwards into the turf inside the 10. They'll spot his forward progress at the 19.
Yeah, David, Cooper Valley kind of running away from Colin Hill that time, but Hill in pursuit the whole time. Valley kind of stops, comes back, and there he meets the Leopard Jr., who stops him again. So that's his third tackle on special teams tonight on kickoff. And all 3 of those he stopped the Trojan kick returner inside the 20-yard line.
Here come the Trojans. Pitching, looking right. Nice job of containment there by the Leopards. And a good old number 10. Haven't seen that number in a while.
Yeah, Cameron Elston back after a couple of weeks with an ankle injury, David. Really doing a good job. They kind of put him in there at that left defensive end position. Get a little more speed out there on the edge. Allows Colton Ferguson to kind of come in at that linebacker spot. And Elston with a great job stopping Troy for no gain on first down.
Boy, look at 78, 39, and 49 over there. That's a nice-looking defensive front there. Jackson Blackwell, Joe Gutshaw, Seth DeVerner. Then you got the speedy Camden Elston to come in there and put pressure upfield. Here are the Trojans now, second down. Quarterback keep. Hit hard. Jackson Blackwell's there to plant him in the turf. Austin Evans and a host of Leopards there. Bring up third and long now.
Yeah, good job by by those linebackers kind of recognizing that Sorensen was keeping it all the way. And David, that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Leopards up 35-21 on the H&N Landscape and Sprinkler scoreboard. We'll take a commercial break and come right back. This is the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopard football.
What's up, Leopard Nation? It's Vinny with Syntex Pond, and I'm here with our Week 10 item of the week. It's the last regular season game of the year for the Leopard football team this Friday night, so we're coming with our very best deal yet. PlayStation 5 with a controller for just $500. Hands down, the best deal in Central Texas on a PS5. $500 right here at Syntex Pond. Also, don't forget, every Tuesday at 4 p.m. we have our live Facebook show. It's a live sale. We do deals just like this every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on Facebook Live. Tune in, check it out, and go Leopards.
Welcome back into Trojan Stadium. A beautiful fall night here in Central Texas. Leopards up 35-21 with 12 minutes remaining on our H&M Landscape and Sprinkler clock. David Gibson, Jared Brown. Cody Kellner, quick game day update over there if we can with the World Series.
Yeah, Dave, let me get that pulled up real quick. The last time I looked, it was tied at 5-all. Currently, it's 5-all, middle of the 6th.
5-all, Astros up, right? Astros, is that how that works?
No. Astros were up by, I think they were up 5-0, and then the Phillies came back to tie it up.
All right. Here come the Trojans now with needing to answer. They have a hope to come out on top tonight. Leopards with a little shift there. Here's a throw out in the flat, caught, incomplete rather. Nice closing job there.
Grayson Glosser on the defensive coverage there, David. And I think that ball had been a few inches higher, he'd have had a chance to intercept that and get that defensive stop that we're looking for. Well, that was third down, so now fourth down.
So Grayson had the pick 6 at Rockdale.
That's correct.
So could have had another one there. Fourth down, and looks to be about 9. They need the 29. Ball spotted currently at the 20. They're going to punt it. Here comes some pressure. Elston was back there quick. Knuckling punt, going to bounce at the 48. Bounce into Leopard territory, now back into Trojan territory. They'll kill it dead. Right there at the 50-yard line, the Leopards will take over.
Yeah, interesting. Reed Ketchum having to punt that ball into the stiffer breeze and not nearly with as much hang time as he had in the first half. So Leopards will take over at midfield. Try to go in and increase their lead to 3 touchdowns.
I want to remind you guys our Butter My Biscuits code word for a free biscuit tomorrow with your order is playoffs. If you'll go in between 10 and 2 tomorrow and tell them David and Jared sent you by, get a free biscuit with your order. Here's Generals to Taylor. Okay, hunting and pecking over there. Got a little room. 45 inside the 45 down to the 44. Pickup of 6 on first down for Kaysen.
Yeah, David, and I'm not enough of a football guru to know, but obviously Coach Steve Hoffman and others have seen something over there where they're having a lot of success running the ball to that left side tonight.
Carrizales, Porter, Hill on the bottom of your screen. Brock Cool lined up at tight end left. Kaysen Taylor now moves and lines up right as Generals goes to the line and communicates a change. They give it to Kaysen again. He finds the seam. Kaysen 30. Kaysen into the clear. Touchdown. Kaysen Taylor.
And David, what a phenomenal job by, I believe that was Tyler Walkendorf getting a kick-out block, kind of pulling from his right guard spot, which allowed Kaysen Taylor to cut up in, and he's just got the top end speed to take it to the house for the Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown. And just like that, Leopards now on the verge of going up by 3 touchdowns over Troy. Connor Pewett's extra point pending.
The last thing you want to see is the taillights of Kaysen Taylor, because there is little to no chance that you're going to run that young man down. He shows those wheels once again. Here's a driving kick right through the fork, and it's good. Leopards go up 42-21 with 11.5 remaining. We'll come back on the other side with more Leopards football on the Syntex Pond broadcast.
H&M Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler.
Coming back. Welcome back into Trojan Stadium. 2 plays, 50 yards. 15 seconds, capped off by a 44-yard Kaysen Taylor touchdown run. That's our Logan Thomas Texas Farm Bureau drive summary. Great to have Cody Kellner back in the booth tonight, man. Been a long time. The guys, if you don't know, you're not following Cody Kellner on social media, you should. You will not believe the places this guy has been and the things that he's done. He's literally living a sports fanatics bucket list for a life. It's unbelievable. Cody, great to have you back in the booth, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, David.
Connor Pewitt back on to kick. Drives his leg in there. Swings it downfield. Bounces out there around the 20. One hops it. And we'll have another reverse.
Colin Hill almost got him.
Colin Hill's there to wrap him up.
Fourth time, but
yep.
Slows him down just enough to run him out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. Connor Pewitt and Andrew Mitchell look like an MMA fight out at about the 40-yard line.
Is it submission or what?
They were just rolling around less.
Anybody tap out? What a night for football here in Central Texas. We've had all kinds of weather this fall. Most of it been dry and hot. Early on, we had a lot of humidity and heat. Lots of cramps going on, and not often we've had a sweater weather. You look on the far sideline over there, lots of people huddled up in parkas and sweaters and jackets. Here's a pitch into the backfield. Corey Gibson going right. He'll be tripped up nicely by guess who? Braylon Henry. Remind me of the play in the state championship game there late where he submarined a guy going for a fake punt on, and one of the key plays there late to win that game. What a special player Braylon Henry is. Both sides of the ball, right?
Glad we've got him for another year after this.
Yep. Taverner, Gutshaw, Irie across the front. Here's a reverse. Taverner's there, tries to set the edge. Slips inside of a would-be tackler across the 20, 25. Irie and Gutshaw will run him out of bounds. Short of a first down, I believe. By about a yard. We'll see where they spotted him. No, they're going to say first down.
Got past the 27.
Is it me, or have you noticed, though, this year, like if it's close to the first down, it seems like on many levels, it's almost like they made a decision to do that or something.
They don't. I don't know what it is, David, but a lot of officials don't seem to want to measure.
Yeah. If it's within a foot, they almost like, well, okay, first down. I've never seen that before until this year. Here come the Trojans trailing by 21, 10:33 left on the clock. Not exactly a come-from-behind team, if you will, with their type of offense. Jared, there's a give up the middle for about 8 on first down.
Yeah, David, I mean, at some point they're going to have to, down 21, if they're going to try to get back in the ballgame, they're going to have to put the ball in the air to try to pick up big chunks of yardage.
But I'm honestly not sure who do you throw to? I mean,
Reed Ketchum has been their guy, but I'm sure the Leopards have seen that on tape, and they're going to have him bracketed, as you would say, maybe with a corner on the outside and a safety over the top.
Don't see him at wideout at the moment. There he goes now in motion. They're going to hand it off inside. Gutshaw, Ragsdale, Blackwell, others there. Slow him up near the 38.
Sounds like a good law firm.
First down, though, for the Trojans.
Ragsdale, Gutshaw, and Blackwell. I wouldn't go against them.
Would they be like a personal injury?
That would seem fitting.
Yeah. First and 10 Trojans. They'll hand it off again. Here's a seam across the 40 up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 45, so give him 7 there on first down.
David, that's a play they've had success with most of the night. It's they fake that first man through and then give it on the counter, that backside, to pick up about 8 on first down.
We're going to have to start thinking of a Joe Pack player of the game before too much longer. Here's a pitch wide. Breaks an arm tackle up near the 50. First down Trojans. It was Gibson.
It seemed like with Corey Gibson, Caden Martinez, and Andrew Mitchell had the most success tonight. But again, don't be surprised to see Troy kind of come back with that quick hit to Cooper Valley. as they were able to pick up big chunks of yardage in the first half on that. Clock's going to dip under 8:30 now. Leopards up 42-21 on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler scoreboard.
There's another handoff inside. Picking up about 3 there on first down. The Trojans have done a pretty nice job running the football tonight. They've been effective.
Like I said, they've had a few plays here and there that have caused some issues for the Leopard defense. But obviously you can't run that same play every single time. And then Leopards kind of adjust and do what they need to do to stop Troy on first and second down, force them into third and long where they got to throw the ball somehow, and then Leopard defense has come up big.
Second down and 7. Here's a keeper by the quarterback. Nice job open field tackling there.
A good job by Grayson Glosser. Comes up a little bit, limping a little bit, but he wasn't going to take any chance on trying to wrap up Ethan Sorensen. He just lowered his head and laid the hit. Took him down for basically no gain. It's going to bring up that 3rd and 8 or 9. And Troy's going to call their first time out of the half.
All right, we'll have a timeout here in the booth as well. 42-21, Leopards trying to get this thing to the finish line and go and get a week off before the playoffs. We'll be right back with more after this.
Did you know that half of Americans who use mail-order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-thru and free delivery. Free delivery. If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today.
Welcome back into the booth here at Trojan Stadium. David Gibson and Jared Brown up here. Cody Kellner, Clay Gibson on the board tonight. Benjamin Huey braving the elements out there on top. Been a lot drier than I think we thought it would be, though. It's been nice in that regard. Trojans with the ball now, trying to see if they can't find their way to back into the ball game. Right now down by 3 scores to your Leopards. 3rd down and 8. They need the Leopard 41. Going to keep it on the ground, looking for 8 yards. Here's a handoff, close to the 46-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down, Jared, and about 5.
Yeah, Colin Hill came up and made the tackle on that play, but really Cameron Elson did a great job kind of sealing that edge and forcing the runner back inside where he knew he had defensive help. So yeah, like I said, it's going to be about 4th and 5, and I think if you're Troy, you got to go for it here. Clock running under 6:40 now, down 3 touchdowns. Leopards up 42-21.
Yeah, this is score, onside kick, score, onside kick, score territory for the Trojans. 4th down, here we go. Leopards with some pressure from Gutshaw. He nearly got there, throws it up downfield, caught near the, incomplete. Out of bounds, and a turnover to the Leopards. It was intended for Reed Ketchum, but that's a TF&B Your Bank for Life defensive stop, and your Leopards will get the ball at the 46.
David, really give a lot of credit to Austin Evans. As Ketchum had a step on him, but he didn't give up and stayed on the play, and was able to kind of force Ketchum out of bounds and just disrupt him just enough to cause the incomplete pass.
That was a 10-play drive. Took up 5 minutes, 9 seconds off the clock.
Ending in that turnover on downs. That's your Logan Thomas, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance drive summary. Here come the Leopards off the sideline. Caden Roberts in there at quarterback. Jaden Porter here at the bottom of your screen. Gonna hand it off. Taylor looking for room. Runs over a man at the 50 down into Trojan territory to give him the 46-yard line. A gain of 8 on 1st down.
Yeah, David, give a lot of credit to Peyton Crawford for Troy, kind of standing in there and taking that hit like a man. Taylor kind of ran through him, but he was able to wrap up and keep him from gaining more yards.
Colin Hill, Caleb Carrizales here to the bottom of your screen. Cason Taylor alone at the top. Jaden Porter in the backfield behind Roberts in the pistol. They'll give it to Porter, running left. Cuts it upfield. Spin move. Met at the stick, but he's got enough for a Jesse Britt automotive first down to the 43.
Yeah, David, so I didn't even notice that. It looks like Caden Roberts came in to play quarterback on this this drive. Yeah. Leopards up 42-21.
Leopards trying to run about 5.5 minutes off the clock, I would think.
We'll certainly have to talk about our Joe Pack player of the game. Certainly a couple of guys have kind of stood out tonight.
Think offense or defense?
Well, what if I told you neither?
Oh. I'd have questions. Keeper by Caden. He can run now. Watch out. Right up the middle. 30. Down near the 25-yard line. They'll knock him down at the 26. First down there. Run by Caden Roberts.
Yeah, good job by him recognizing where the hole in the defense was, pulling it, and picking up a big Jesse Britt automotive first down. But back to the Joe Pack player of the game, David. Remember, there's three phases. There's three phases in football, right?
Right. Special
offense,
teams,
defense, and special teams.
Sure. I'm just trying to think. Here's Caden Roberts with the handoff. Right up the middle. Inside the red zone. Still on his feet. 15-10. Porter cuts it out. Gets a block. Will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Leopards.
And that's the Jaden Porter we've wanted to see for a while now. Really just some tough running, refusing to go down, fighting through those tackles and taking it in for a 26-yard touchdown run. Leopards increase their lead 48-21 with the extra point to come.
Generals hold. Pewitt kick on the way into the night sky right through the big yellow fork, and the Leopards go up 49-21, 4:47 left. We'll come back on the other side with more Leopards football on the Syntex Bond broadcast.
When you're faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service.
Just a few more seconds.
Welcome back into Trojan Stadium. 4:47 left on the clock. Leopards up 49-21. And played a much better, I guess, third and fourth quarter, if you will, here. Jared, throw it over to Cody for a drive summary.
Yeah, David, that last drive by Lorena was 4 plays, 54 yards, 1 minute and 34 seconds, capped by a 26-yard run by Jaden Porter for the touchdown.
That's your Logan Thomas, Texas Farm Bureau drive summary.
James Webb with the ball on the tee. High kick, going to be caught at about the 20 by Ketchum. Cuts back across the field to his right, turns upfield, crossing the 25 and out of bounds at about the 28. Where Troy will take over first and 10. 4:39 left to go here in the game. Leopards up 49-21 on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler scoreboard.
Well, so Jared, I mean, I think at this point we can kind of look forward, right, and to a much, much needed week off. Leopards have been sort of, running things with Band-Aids and tape and for several weeks now and doing a great job of it. But no doubt this team needs to get healthy and get refocused here as they hope to make a long playoff run.
Good to see, looks like Landon Strelski out on the edge here at cornerback for the Leopards.
Here's the pitch. Trying to get to the corner. Be shoved out of bounds by Connor Pewitt, coming up from that safety spot.
Yeah, Connor Pewett's kind of been all over the field tonight, David, both on, kicking off on special teams and then also got into some few scrums here and there on defense. So good to see him getting into the fray, running his man out of bounds, but holding him up so he didn't get hit with a late hit out of bounds or unsportsmanlike conduct.
Handoff inside, not going anywhere. On second down, that'll get a gain of 1 there. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for Troy.
Good to see Lucas Ragsdale and also Alex Martinez out there. And Kylan Benson. Benson up last week for his first game on the varsity. Now getting in the game tonight and playing, getting some snaps. Really solid job there, kind of plugging that the middle of that defensive line.
Handoff. Looked like the ball maybe was on the turf for a moment, but if it was, it was retrieved again by Troy, and that will be 4th down as they didn't gain a yard there. They need the 38. Ball on the 34.
So they're going to send their punting unit out. I guess kind of wave the proverbial white flag, so to speak, and punt the ball. Maybe. I shouldn't say they're going to.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it's a team that came out with all guns blazing. Oh, there's a snap over the head, going to make it probably close to the end zone.
Well, and the Leopards are going to get caught with
kick it out of bounds there.
Well, the Leopards had 12 men on the field. Kylan Benson didn't get off the field in time, so this will be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll probably give Troy a first down. Troy bringing their punting unit out kind of caused some chaos on the Lorena sidelines. They're trying to get some substitutions on, their punt return team on. Benson was just trying to get off and just couldn't quite make it to the sideline before Troy snapped the ball.
Which will be sufficient for a first down for Troy. Spot the ball at the 39-yard line.
So that 5-yard penalty will be enough for Troy to pick up a first down, and we'll see the Trojan offense back out on the field once more. 2:58 left to go. Clock running. Leopards up 49-21.
Now looking to throw. Out in the flat, caught, up and out of bounds near the 49-yard line. Very close to another first down. They're going to spot him at the 48, so he's a yard short.
Yeah, run out of bounds by Landon Strelski. Good to see him back in the lineup, David, after missing a few weeks.
Pick up those 9 yards. 2nd down and 1 for the Trojans.
Keeping this one on the ground, give it to Gibson right up the middle quickly. He'll have enough for the first down inside Leopard territory to the 48.
Ragsdale with another tackle
Earning a first down
for the Leopards.
Again,
I'm going to tell everyone to go buy Butter My Biscuit tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Between 10 a.m. open at 10 a.m. Tell them you listen to the broadcast. The code word is playoffs. They give you a free biscuit with your order.
474 yards of total offense tonight so far for the Leopards on 44 plays, averaging almost 11 yards per play. That is the Roofco Waco stats update. Here's a pitch into the backfield. Looked like it might have been setting up a halfback pass.
I think you're right.
Couldn't get it going there, and they're going to lose a lot all the way back to the 46-yard line.
Great job by Alex Martinez getting up the field, recognizing that quickly, David, and I believe that was Hagan Welch on that run looking to throw the ball, and he's brought down for a huge loss all the way back into Troy territory at their own 46-yard line.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 16. Clock nearing the 1.5-minute mark, 133, 132, continuing to run. Troy not in a hurry, obviously, at this point. Here's a pass this way, caught. One-on-one battle. Inside Leopard territory, down to the 46-yard line.
Good job by Strelski and Alex Martinez getting out there to make the tackle. So it'll be about 3rd and 8. So we'll dip under a minute left to go in the ball game. Leopards up 49-21 on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler scoreboard.
Trouble, fumble on the ground, and is recovered in the backfield by the Leopards.
That looked like 36, Camden Stoss, another young man in his second game on varsity. Picks up the loose ball, recovers the fumble for the Leopards, and that should do it. Come out in 2 snaps, and that should be the ball game.
Well, Leopards are going to move to 4-2 in district play. They'll finish behind Cameron and Franklin, who might want to get a score update on that one if we can. It sounded like it was well in hand last time, and it might even be over by this point, given the way Franklin runs the ball. Here's Caden Roberts. He'll hand it off right up the middle. That give was to Camden Stoss. Recovered the fumble, gets a rushing attempt. Pick up a few there on first down, bring up second down and 7. Clock at 31 seconds. They'll need to snap it one more time. And the Leopards will go into victory formation. Get ready to take a knee. And get out of Troy with the win, which early on was not exactly without doubt, if you will, Jared. The way Trojans came out early on and put it in the end zone right away on the kickoff, and then got the onside kick on the next possession, and came out fighting and swinging. Credit Troy. They didn't go down easy, but your Leopards are enough tonight. They win 49-21. We'll throw it to a commercial break and come back with our post-game show, our interview with head coach Ray Biles, and our Joe Pack player of the game right after this.
For all of your interior construction needs, you'll find us online at cfsupplyinc.com. Build with CF Supply. For over 40 years, CF Supply Inc. has been serving the interior commercial construction industry needs of Texas. We are a quality supplier of drywall, metal framing, Armstrong acoustical ceilings, joint compound, and commercial wood and metal door openings. We are also a proud distributor of major brands such as Armstrong Ceiling Systems, Schlage, Von Duprin, Sargent, Corbin Russwin, and LCN. Contact CF Supply Inc. today for all of your interior construction needs. You'll find us online at cfsupplyinc.com. Build with CF Supply.
Welcome back into the booth here at Trojan Stadium. David Gibson as Jared Brown makes his way down to the field. Leopards victorious tonight by a final score of 49-21. They move to 4-2 on the season in district play, and looks like Franklin's going to go on to soundly defeat Cameron and most likely end up undefeated. And they will be the district champions here in 11-3A. Leopards will be the third place team, it looks like, and most likely end up taking on Columbus, I believe. But they win tonight by a final score of 49-21. So welcome into our post-game show. We will hopefully have a quick interview with Ray Biles and our Joe Pack Player of the Game award as well. But let's bring in Cody Kellner now as we have our Roofco Waco stats update. And Cody, lots to look at tonight. Kind of game started off crazy, and Leopards sort of slowly managed to get their arms around the thing and eventually got out of here with a pretty convincing win.
Yeah, exactly. In the first half, we had some pretty crazy plays on special teams from, reverses going for touchdowns to onside kicks and field goals, being missed and then being ran back. And so a lot of activity in the first half on special teams. But I think the theme of the game, in my opinion, was Lorena's rushing attack. I mean, they had 399 rushing yards tonight against Troy's 180. So overall, when we look at Lorena's offense, they did struggle at times with passing, but overall on offense, they were averaging over 10 yards a play tonight. So very, very productive night on the ground for Lorena.
Looking on the other side of the ball for Troy, 219 total yards of offense on 61 plays. They averaged 3.5 yards per play, 39 yards passing. We kind of expected that, Cody. These guys like to run the ball, and 6 completions on 13 attempts. No interceptions. Everything they threw was pretty safe. Lorena with 400 yards rushing of their 477. That's when they've wanted to run the ball here late in the season, they've flat out been able to do it. Looking at the penalties, that was kind of an area of that we've been continuing to try to want to clean up. 5 for 62 of those, Cody, on one play, if you will, a couple of 30 yards of that. So other than that, you had 3 penalties for 30 yards. It's not a horrible night. Troy over there with 425. Lorena with 2 turnovers, though. That's something they want to continue to work at. Only 1 punt tonight, 31-yarder. Lorena with 20 first downs compared to Troy's 15. 17 of those first downs for Lorena were by rushing, 3 passing. Looking at Jackson General's numbers here tonight, 5 of 12 for 78 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Ethan Sorensen on the other side, 6 of 13 for 39 yards, no TDs, no INTs. Looking at rushing tonight, Kason Taylor, 13 rushes, 154 yards. His brother in the backfield, 7 carries for 142 yards by Braylon Henry. Those 2 guys together get it done at 296 yards on 20 carries. That is crazy. Braylon Henry, 20 yards in average. Kason Taylor with 3 touchdowns tonight. Henry with 1. Jackson General, 7 carries for 49 yards on his own. 7 yards a carry there for 1 TD. Jaden Porter, 4 rushes for 34 yards, 2 touchdowns, 8.5-yard average. And Caden Roberts had 1 nice run, broke it off for a 17-yarder. There late in the game. On the other side, rushing, Cooper Valley for Troy, 11 rushes, 48 yards for a 4.4-yard average and 1 TD. Gage Richardson, 5 rushes for 45 yards. So we like what we talked about, that they hand the ball off to 5-6 guys. That's exactly what they did. Cooper Valley, Gage Richardson, Corey Gibson, Logan Gilstrap, Reed Ketchum, all with 4 or more carries. Those guys averaging together about 5 yards a carry, 4 yards a carry on the night. Looking over in the receiving part, we've got Colin Hill with 2 receptions. He led the Leopards tonight with 2 receptions for 43 yards, a 21.5-yard average, no TDs. Jaden Porter, 2 catches, 29 yards. Caleb Carrizales, 1 catch for 6 yards. On the other side, Gage Richardson had 2 receptions for 17 yards. Williams had 2 for 17. Chase Frick, 1 for 5. And that will round out the receptions for Troy. And so that is our the Roofco Waco stats update, final stats update of the night. Appreciate Aaron and Austin Montgomery for sponsoring the broadcast and sponsoring our stats updates tonight. So still waiting on the team to break huddle down there. We're going to go ahead and throw it to a commercial break. Hopefully when we come back, we'll have our interview with Ray Biles and our Joe Pack player of the game. Right on the other side of this commercial break, you're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast.
What do games, sports memorabilia, and collectibles have to do with the best morning menu in the great state of Texas? You can find them all under the same roof at Butter My Biscuit Cafe. Owner Lee Bankston has built a menu around her hot, fresh, always handmade biscuits that really is the best around. Butter My Biscuit Cafe is waiting for you 7 to 2 Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturdays. Whether it's games, sports memorabilia, or simply the best breakfast brunch around, treat yourself to the place food critics and families are raving about. That's Butter My Biscuit Cafe.
Still waiting on our post-game interview with head coach Ray Biles and our Joe Pack player of the game. We'll make sure we come back here on the other side of another commercial break and have that for you right after this.
Owner Colt Sanders is proud of his customer service at On the Road Again Camper Repair. They do it all at On the Road Again Camper Repair. That includes mechanical, electrical, and plumbing repairs, HVAC, body and paint, generators, and interior remodels. Insurance claims are welcome, and they also have mobile emergency service. Plus, they also rent out campers. On the Road Again Camper Repair in Robinson. Learn more at otracamperrepair.com and on Facebook.
Joined down on the field by tonight's Joe Pack Player of the Game award winner, Colin Hill. Colin, first of all, congratulations on the big win. Just kind of get your thoughts on the game.
We didn't start off very well in the first half. That's on us. But second half, we came out and fought as hard as we could.
Yeah, it seemed like after you guys kind of got flat-footed on special teams, but there in the second half, you really made some adjustments and came out and stopped them really well from the reverses and things like that, and really put them deep in their own territory where they had to go on some long drives. So just kind of talk about what you were seeing on the field with that.
Coach was just saying fly down the field, and that's what I was doing, trying to make a play the best I could.
Yeah, I also had to play some wide receiver tonight. Had a big catch there in the third quarter, and also having to play a lot of defense. Just kind of talk about how you've kind of stepped into that role where you've had to play kind of all the positions.
It's really surprised me. I didn't expect to play this much on varsity, but I mean, I'm here now, and I'm trying my hardest, so that's all it is.
How excited are you guys to finally have a week off before you get ready for the playoffs?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I need to rest, man. I need to rest.
Okay, good. Well, the Joe Pack Player of the Game Award was established by a man named Billy Rutherford to honor his late friend Joe Pack. It goes to somebody who may not necessarily have the best stats of each game, but somebody who gives of himself selflessly, always puts his teammates first, as that's who Joe Pack was. So you are tonight's Joe Pack Player of the Game Award winner. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, Dave, we'll go back up to you.
All right, guys, and apologize for that. There's obviously some really loud music also playing in the background here as they had their senior walk here for Troy. And but we did manage to get Colin Hill's interview there, so nice chance to recognize Colin and all of his effort this season. Good win by the Leopards tonight. They win by a final score of 49-21 and get a well-deserved week off before we find out exactly where and when we play for the playoffs. So we'll go ahead and close this one out tonight as your Leopards win by a final score of 49-21. Your Joe Pack Player of the Game is Colin Hill, and the Leopards get a week off. We'll see you in a couple of weeks in the playoffs, and when we have more information, we'll make sure and get that out on social media as well. But for everybody here in the booth and up top, I'm David Gibson saying good night. We'll see you in a couple of weeks for the playoffs.
Joined down on the field by tonight's Joe Pack Player of the Game Award winner, Colin Hill. Colin, first of all, congratulations on the big win. Just kind of get your thoughts on the game.
We didn't start off very well in the first half. That's on us. But second half, we came out and fought as hard as we could.
Yeah, it seemed like after you guys kind of got flat-footed on special teams, but there in the second half, you really made some adjustments and came out and stopped them really well from the reverses and things like that, and really put them deep in their own territory where they had to go on some long drives. So just kind of talk about what you were seeing on the field with that.
Coach was just saying fly down the field, and that's what I was doing, trying to make a play the best I could.
Yeah, I also had to play some wide receiver tonight. Had a big catch there in the third quarter, and also having to play a lot of defense. Just kind of talk about how you've kind of stepped into that role where you've had to play kind of all the positions.
It's really surprised me. I didn't expect to play this much on varsity, but I mean, I'm here now, and I'm trying my hardest, so that's all it is.
How excited are you guys to finally have a week off before you get ready for the playoffs?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I need to rest, man. I need to rest.
Okay, good. Well, the Joe Pack Player of the Game Award was established by a man named Billy Rutherford to honor his late friend Joe Pack. It goes to somebody who may not necessarily have the best stats of each game, but somebody who gives of himself selflessly, always puts his teammates first, as that's who Joe Pack was. So you are tonight's Joe Pack Player of the Game Award winner. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.